Hello friends, Guy here. I want to share with you a quick story about time manipulators that's in my book. At this point in my book, I'm being visited by the clickers. They have been coming to me for a while. This particular day, I am getting ready to paint a bedroom for my ex-wife. I'm at her place. It's around noonish. I go into the bedroom, close the door. She is on the outside in the living room, and I'm starting to paint the room. I open the window, and the screen window's there, and I start painting a little bit. The clickers come to the window. This is not a big deal for me at this point. They've been doing it for a while, but I'm pretty much done with it. I'm beat down. I don't know who they are, what they are. I can't see them. I can hear them, and I can smell them because they smell different. I said to them, the click is very audible. I said to them, don't they have any showers in space you guys smell? It was my best attempt to be strong in a moment that I was actually quite weak. The clicking that they do is because my belief is that they are out of phase with my perception, that human beings have a small perception of light, a small perception of sound. Our perception in this place is limited, just like we are limited to do anything. We can't do a whole lot of stuff. So they just, technology-wise, have the ability to sit outside of our perception and exist. But in order for them to communicate when they speak, it sounds like clicking because it's traveling through a veil. It's traveling through some sort of barrier in between the two worlds. That's why it sounds, that's my opinion. I think it's a good one. I think it is why. The other option is they just sound like that. Clicking might be possible. Nevertheless, the smell, the atmosphere, that every single time they had come to me, they used this atmosphere, that this aroma, it's like a strong pheromone to fill up the room. Again, I think it's some sort of necessary part of the equation to use to interact with me. I do. I had said, do not speak to me unless you believe in God, because God was my shield at that time. I took a little small Bible everywhere, and I used it as a shield, and it protected me, and it protects me to this day. God saved me. Well, I had a small radio playing, and suddenly the radio stopped playing and a piece of music came over the radio. A piece of music came over the radio that was unlike any music I had ever heard. It was very different. I realized at that point that it was their music, and they wanted me to hear it. It was very different. Instrumental. Very, very different. And it's this time the radio stopped playing again, and they said this: we believe in God. We are time travelers that have come here to witness events about to unfold. and make sure they happen accordingly without interference. Over the radio. We are time travelers that have come here to witness events about to unfold, to make sure they happen accordingly without interference. This is what they said. It's at that time, soon after that, that another smell came into the room and a strange feeling happened. It was an electrostatic feeling, very odd, almost like a floating feeling. And the smell that took over the room was the smell of putrid paint. From what I understand, they wanted to show me that they can manipulate time and space in a localized area, and that's what they did. They took the paint that I had put on the wall, and it turned to mold in a matter of a second. A few seconds. It smelled. Anybody that has smelled paint, moldy paint, knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's very putrid. It's also at that time that gnats came in the room and flew into the paint and disintegrated. Right. Yeah. You can see why I've kept my mouth shut about this for so long. Nobody, until these days, would believe it. This is even a stretch. This isn't even one of the greater stories. This is just one of the stories in my book. There's other ones that are much greater than this one. Nevertheless, they wanted to show me they can manipulate time and space in a localized area, and that's what they did. We have come to witness events about to unfold. This happened in 2004, 18 years ago. The events they're talking about have come and passed. They have come to pass already, some of them. As far as I know, there's one more, maybe two more events that will come to pass, that are coming up on us. Two major events have passed, two big ones. I knew it as soon as I knew it, as soon as they came into this reality and they happened, my mind went right back to that moment. I went, that's what they were talking about. That's what happened. That's what they were waiting for. We have come to witness events about to unfold. Humanity is on the brink of an evolutionary change. This is biblical. This is biblical. One will be taken, one will be left, one will be in the field, one will be taken, one will be left. Everybody knows that Bible quote. That's what this time is. Go back and listen to the other two videos. You can read the story. You can see where the clicker sent me, who they sent me to, which is Craig and Suzzan. Craig and Suzzan. Their story, much greater than mine, but they are directly related. Because I have come here to help them, and I have come here to tell my story so I can get your interest, and you would be compelled to look into what I'm saying. They have their story, I have my story. They both intersect. We are all intersecting for an inevitable end. Not like a bad end, just an end and the start of something great. So, there you go. Time manipulators. I'll tell another story at another time. Thanks for listening. See you guys.